Hello and welcome. Today we're talking about meditation for beginners. I would like to start by saying there is no right or wrong way to meditate, it's just the way that works best for you. I've been meditating for over 10 years consistently, and it has been a journey. I've tried different things and I've liked different things. I've also grown out of different things and do different things now. The main thing, the most important thing, is that you're doing whatever helps you get into the flow state. A lot of people will talk about the discussion of laying down or lying down and sitting down. I think that they both have their pros and their cons. I think when I first started meditating, I did a lot of lying down because it helped me feel relaxed a lot faster. And I can sit or I can lay for a lot longer than I can sit and try to quiet my mind. So in the beginning, I would lay down. Now I like to sit down because I do longer meditations. And if I'm sitting down versus laying down, I'm less likely to fall asleep because you're getting relaxed, you're getting loosey goosey. And I have definitely done some lying down meditations and got so relaxed that I fell asleep. And that's nice. There are meditations for getting to sleep and staying asleep, but that those weren't the ones that I was doing at that time. So I think that if you're just getting started and you're having a hard time feeling relaxed, laying down versus sitting down is a good idea. But if you begin to fall asleep, then sitting down might be the way for you. The next thing I'd like to discuss is music versus not having any music. At this point, I love music, but honestly, at all points, I feel like I liked music. When it comes to, being able to block out the outer noise, having a pair of headphones on works wonders, especially if you live in a city like me. I'm in West Philadelphia. There's sirens going off all the time. There's cars honking. There's dogs barking. And I love my neighborhood, but it can make it a bit challenging when I'm trying to quiet my mind, focus my mind. It can be a bit distracting. So I personally like to use headphones unless I get the opportunity to be in nature. If I'm like camping with my friends or I'm going on a hike and I have a moment, to sit on a rock and just enjoy the sounds of nature, or I'm at the beach and it's early in the morning and, no one's out, there's nothing that can really compare to that. But in a pinch, if you don't have access to that, but you have access to a phone and some headphones, then I highly recommend putting on some music to help quiet the noise and to help fight distractions. The next thing I'd like to talk about is guided meditations versus non-guided meditations. When I first started meditating, I loved guided meditations. I felt like they were really good at instructing me as to what I should be doing. And that really helps because I had no idea. You can read all the books, but it's not really until you get into meditation that you really understand how to do it. So having someone walk me through what I should be feeling, how to focus on my breath, how to do it all was very, very helpful and very, very beneficial. So definitely recommend trying those if you're starting your meditation journey. At this point, I don't do nearly as many guided meditations because I do a lot of breathing practices that I don't really need. I don't need a guided meditation. I don't need anyone to do it. And I've also been doing it for so long that what I'm looking for in meditation is a little bit different than what I was looking for in the beginning. But I still do guided meditations every once in a while, or if a friend recommends one that's really good, I'll try it for sure. But I do feel like for me now, they can be a bit distracting. But once again, it was a really great place to start. The best thing that you can do to get good at meditation is to get started. And it's okay that if you try something and it doesn't work and it's not feeling quite right, try something new, try something different, try a different room, try a different meditation practice. But the point is to keep going and to keep trying. it takes practice, just like riding a bicycle or just like, shooting a basketball and getting it into the hoop. Just like anything else that you're going to want to do, meditation is a skill. And if you look at it like that versus just something that you should just be able to do immediately, it's a skill that you need to practice. I think it'll really take a lot of the pressure off having every single time you do it. If you don't come out feeling, holy or holier than thou, it's not a failed meditation. It's not a failed session. It's not a failed practice. Because no matter what, closing your eyes and just taking a break from your phone and, all of the distractions of life is going to be a good thing for you. So the more you practice at it, the better you're going to be. And I also recommend starting small. I do about 30 to 45 minute long meditations now, but it can be really tough to do, to sit with yourself that long if you've never meditated. So when I first started meditating, I would do 5 minutes. I just was like, let me close my eyes for 5 minutes. And it was really hard. It was really, really difficult to do. Especially the time that I started meditating, I hated my job. Me and my partner my partner at the time were really not right for each other, but I was trying to deal with that and just always being stressed and going through different things with my family. So it was really hard to sit with my thoughts for 5 minutes. But eventually that 5 minutes, I looked forward to it. I really looked forward to that 5 minutes. And then that 5 minutes was 7 minutes. And then that 7 minutes was 10 minutes. And that 10 minutes became 15. That 15 became 20. And now it's 30, 45. And I plan on going longer because the longer I meditate, the more value I feel from it. The more I feel so much more connected to me and what my goals and what my hopes and my dreams really are outside of this crazy facade of a world we're living in. Really deep down, the divinity that is in you can be found through meditation. So I really recommend starting small, not trying to jump into something super crazy big. And 5 minutes once every 3 or 4 days is better than not doing it at all or doing it once a month. So don't stress yourself out about it. You're really just trying to practice and get good at focusing your attention and grabbing your attention and where you're going to channel your energy. There's so many beautiful things that come from it. I genuinely believe that it can change the world, which is why I'm on here. I said it before, I say it again. Toni Morrison has this quote: if you are free, you need to free somebody else. And meditation has been such a beautiful part of my life that I feel very called right now to just add to the conversation online about how it just really has so many benefits. So I hope this video helps you. Please drop down in the comments if there's anything else you want to talk about, or if you have any questions, I'd love to answer them for you. Take care of yourself, but more importantly, let's take care of each other.